No man, man. Oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100 yard dash. 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 They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. There's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey, or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call us up making a name. I put on the jets, the coast regret even letting them stay in the game. Team around took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew. So I never get confused.
Well, Coach, any Florida resident will tell you that afternoon pop-up showers and storms are the norm, and that's exactly what we...
Time flies, had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. And I gotta win no matter what, like fourth down, Hail Mary, no punch. Like every time I touch down, I gotta stunt.
Well, Coach, any Florida resident will tell you that afternoon pop-up showers and storms are the norm, and that's exactly what we have right now. Actually expecting a pretty steady rain throughout today here in Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Set to go now on a wet rainy afternoon. And the 20, as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line. 180. Hey, Kaden. Here we go.
Now Foles off the play fake to Fournette. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there on the first play of the game. 47 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Foles. He hits Blue. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain of 13. It's a first down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a man who really came on late last year, it's Damian Williams. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Mahomes now on first down. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
On fourth down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 12-yard line.
The Jaguars getting set to go. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Fournette, a first down carry. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Frank Clark. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Here we go, 50, 50. Mike 50. It's our time. It's our time. 1-1. 50's the mic. 50's the mic. Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Looking to throw on second down. Foles. The catch made by James O'Shaughnessy, the tight end. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line. Tempo, tempo, tempo.
I smell fear in that offense.
Under.
25, check 25.
They go play action here on first down. Looking long for Westbrook. All right, open, complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook. Already his second touchdown here this opening weekend. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. A reminder coming up later tonight, the Patriots unfurl their 6 banners. They play host to their rival Steelers. And then on Monday night, that's the one weekend of the year where you get 2 games to wrap up the week. Text, accelerating, and off he goes. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 76 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Oh, well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
On 2nd and 12, Foles. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 47 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's a give to Fournette. And some room to maneuver. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Leonard Fournette, 27 yards. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it's now 21-7. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes, throw left side, taken in by Hill. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. The extra point up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
Chiefs 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
13.
At the 33-yard line.
Easy. Check hot route. Hot. Shift. Watch the shift.
On 2nd down and 4. Foles flushed out right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, and his first carry of the game right there, he had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
I'm here all day.
On 2nd and a yard, Foles. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction. This is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
Tiger. 64, weak.
A handoff to Fournette. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Leonard Fournette, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. This one fielded at the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Mahomes now to throw. Now he steps away. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So we're at halftime. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 26. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13.
43. Hey, 57.
Now Mahomes. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, DJ Hayden. He was looking for Watkins that time. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning.
Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Hey, 7-1, 7-1.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
Foles. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 34. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. The kick by Lambeau is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Switch, 61. Matchbox.
Now Carlos Hyde in the game. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He's got a man, complete. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play, and even 40 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now here's Mahomes. And this one's incomplete.
The man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And it's complete to Kelsey. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards. Mahomes now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. picked up by Jalen Ramsey. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further. And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion. This fielded at the 2. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 34. First play of the drive is a run with Thompson. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 36-yard line.
Let's go one more.
From the 36, Mahomes. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. 1st down, a run with Hyde. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They run it again with Hyde. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it. And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Blitz coming, and down he goes. We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there. Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
I'm going to run you over. Yellow.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And he's going to go down again. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack. The D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line. And I would love to know, we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz, and in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that 4th down.
At the Chiefs' 46-yard line. I'm coming for you. You mine. Check. 13. Crouch.
On 2nd and 9. Foles going for the deep ball. He's got it at the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. It's a gain of 34. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays. Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Now Foles. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. D.D. Westbrook with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Jaguars are pouring it on. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that will extend this big lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting...
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Looking to throw. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. Chris Jones in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know that plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. Mahomes now on 1st down. He finds his running back, Hyde. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Pushing tacklers aside. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. The second quarter starts off with a bang as they snag over 30 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Yeah, let's go.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on.
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Xavier Williams. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Jags, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gault.